Hello, today I will be demonstrating use of a PEC system, which is the picture exchange system. So here is the PECS book that we will be looking at. A PEC system is most often used with children with autism diagnoses, but it has been successfully used with adults. A PEC system is typically used for a child who struggles with expressive language or is nonverbal. The particular PECS binder that I have is used for a client who is nonverbal. So here is his PECS binder. It has the 3 rings with the various icon pictures. So the first phase in PECS is to learn the exchange. So this particular learner has already mastered that. He has successfully exchanged a singular PEC card for a preferred item. So this card here is pretty worn because this is one of his most preferred items. The second phase is the distance and persistence phase. So this just increases the distance that the learner is required to travel to initiate the exchange, and the persistence with that is also just with the binder being further away. So after the second phase, which he has also mastered, it moves to the third phase, which is the picture discrimination phase. So in this phase, he's taught to discriminate between various pictures that we have in the binder. He is still working on this phase and hasn't moved on to the fourth phase yet. But the fourth phase is actually the sentence structure phase, which is what we have here on the front. This piece actually comes off completely. So since he's not on this phase, this typically isn't on his binder. But when he does get to this phase, this will sit here. And we have our sentence builder that says, I want. And then he has the access to the various preferred items that he can look through to build his sentence strip, and then he will pull his strip off and hand it to the communication partner. So like I said, this particular learner is still working on the third phase, the picture discrimination phase. Some other things about the PEC system: typically icons are used, and most of the time they are all the same size. And one relative disadvantage that is noted in the PECS literature is the loss of icon cards. So it's advised to make a second set of your cards. As you can see, some of the picture cards get pretty worn, like our trampoline card here is almost completely able to be bent in half. So this learner actually has a second set of the same picture cards that are just kept at our office that aren't kept in the book, so that we can replace cards as needed. Another thing about PECS is just that it is, and a relative advantage is that a novel communication partner can typically understand what the learner wants, because a PEC card includes a picture, but it should also include the word to incorporate the verbal language. And otherwise, my experience with PECS has been a very positive one, and this particular learner has been able to successfully communicate with his PECS system, and it seems to be working very well with him. And I have enjoyed how systematic PECS is. So there's a PECS protocol, and it is very systematic in teaching you what level the learner should move to next. And that has helped me know if the implementation is working, because in PECS we also collect a lot of data.